Top of the morning. Never mind, I think it's like 1 o'clock right now. Got the hat on too, cause sun is sky high right now and I need a haircut. Anyway, come with me to Film Sports episode 7, baseball edition. More summer ball, but this time at a collegiate level. Shout out to the fam, Dustin Brown. We've been locked in since 2021. So pretty much the surrounding areas, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, current college players can sign up for the summer ball group, and then they get dispersed to like 4 or 5 different teams, and they all compete against each other. So it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope to get those extra reps in for all my baseball players out there at the collegiate level. So some quick hits. I'm gonna give y'all some, some tidbits, something to walk away with, something to go to sleep at night with, something to take home, something to make you better, something that I experienced personally. And you watching this channel, so you want to hear what I have to say and whatnot. So the main thing that I have to say is always be intentional. Be intentional with your work ethic. Be intentional with your business. Be intentional with people like you surround yourself with in this space. Where do you see yourself taking this? Where do you want to be? Why do you like doing it? What got you started in the first place? Think about these things and just be intentional. I will always say this, based off personal experience, right? If I took the time to have a better game plan, I believe wholeheartedly that I'll be way further than where I'm at now. Everything happens for a reason and everybody has their own story, but I believe if I jotted some stuff down, if I wanted to achieve certain things, if I wanted to, get at a certain place, then I think I would have been further than what I am now. So I got into this, just document my fitness journey on YouTube. So there wasn't really a direction. I wasn't teaching anybody anything. I wasn't necessarily trying to get better at videography. I wasn't trying to get the best angles. I was just documenting my process with no direction. Yeah, it was a mess. People saw me going inside of the gym with a camera. They wanted me to start filming them. And that's kind of in a nutshell how this whole thing got started. But I went through all that. It worked out for me, but it might not work out for the next individual that's trying to actually be intentional and get into videography. All this was kind of like an accident, but I'm super appreciative and I'm super grateful it worked out that way, because yeah, I love it. But yeah, so what we got today is I did like a little, like last minute vertical rig setup with my Fx3. Because for this style of content, we really only want to capture, vertical content for social media and quick posting. We don't need to do widescreen or anything like that. Other than I'm gonna use this for my YouTube channel, but I can finesse it and finagle it for my own content. But for the main purpose of this is gonna be posting social media content. So vertical rig it is. And I will say this, even though the Fx3 is still sought after I don't know, like 5 years when it first came out. This is my dream camera. That also goes without saying, like, you don't necessarily need this. Yeah, it's a crazy good camera. It has all the bells and whistles, but if you're starting out, you don't need this camera. I started out with a Sony a5000, a $300 camera that came with the kit lenses. It had no slow-mo, could barely shoot 1080p at the time, and I just made it work. I just maximized its capabilities, work with what I had. And then, when I got to that point, when I started making like some extra coins and whatnot, then I upgraded to the next best thing. And that was like a rinse and repeat process for me. First starting out, immediately getting like an Fx3 and a top of the line cinema camera. You don't necessarily need it. I highly suggest, start with like a mid tier, get used to that camera, maximize that camera, and then build off of that. You don't necessarily need to go all in. I mean, unless you got the funds and whatnot, but me personally, I don't think that's really the way to go. But yeah, vertical rig setup. I know it looks wonky, cables all over the place and everywhere, but hey, the intention behind this is to create some dope content. So we're gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna show up. We're gonna make and bake and shake and bake, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's go ahead and get to it.
Maybe you can show me how.
time to move to the other side, get some different angles and whatnot, maneuver around. I was in this spot for a little minute, so, but just my luck, as soon as I move over there, the spot that I move from is gonna be the better side. Anyway, we're gonna be optimistic today. As soon as I move over there, the vibes are gonna happen. I'll get some of the best angles, so yeah.
Can you get me up, baby? Don't tell me about the lady. Yeah, I'm not trying to check out her face. Yeah, can you get me off my knees? I can tell you something I need.
Game 2.
Keep this on, yeah. I might just be living. I like feeling it.
So it's overcast right now, and well, I say that with it's temporarily overcast. So overcast when it's like at this time of the day is absolutely perfect, but it's messing up my exposure meter, so I have to keep adjusting it because that 1.5, 1.7, nothing more than 2.0 is like that sweet spot. So when it comes down to color grading S-Log3, you need to be in that area, trust me. But we're making it work. That's why we got the ND filter, but you have to keep adjusting it over and over again. But yeah, so, you know, just gotta just adjust, adapt on the spot and make it work, man. Can't freeze up in these type of moments. Because you freeze up, then you're frozen in. I don't know. Anyway.
Something's in the air, girl, I can't tell. 'Cause I feel the same as well. Yeah. Lost my way again as time moves on. Oh, there's a way we'll never.
Alrighty, that is a wrap. Came out here and filmed 2 games. What's really dope about this summer baseball club is that there are 3 locations, with the additional ones going to be in San Diego. So we got here in Shreveport, Louisiana, we got Pensacola, Florida, and then we got Dallas, Texas. So 4 pockets of summer ball to give collegiate athletes a chance just to come out here and get extra reps in for 6 weeks. So huge shout out to Dustin for, you know, coming up with this and putting all this together, man. I think it's super dope. One thing about it being in Louisiana, this time of the year, it's like super hot. So you gotta make sure you're hydrated, get your electrolytes and all that, especially for the folks that are over 30 like myself, you know what I mean? But anyway, thank y'all for tuning into this video. Go ahead and drop a comment down below, you know, if I inspired you. If you have any questions about videography, sports videography, or how to get into videography in itself, just drop it down below. Be sure to respond to everybody. But yeah, I thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing love. I thank y'all for rocking with your boy, you know what I mean, in each and every video. So that's a wrap. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love.
Put my wrist down, I don't got time. No, I'm not proud. All my memories gone. I'm just paranoid. Put trust in my luck. Hate to say up on my heart call. Wish you wasn't trying to keep better. Trying shit on in Margiela, on my head turning out. She wouldn't love me back then, so how could I love you right now? Trust me, I've been trying to get better. But I hang up, matter of fact, game with a tongue go. See you go by my eyes closed, look at me. I had to switch up the bed round. Yeah, I had to get up on my now. When they created my own sound, I can't relate to my own time. They ain't no shit and I'm grown now. Matter of fact, I'm on my own now, and it's fine by me.